Welcome back to the roller derby action. We've got 2 minutes to roller derby. And that means we have 15 minutes until last call under food and drink. If you would like a alcoholic beverage, go see Sideswipe right under food and drink. Last chance to buy a beer, cider, or other beverage before they shut it down for the night. Don't worry. We will all be back here tomorrow. But if you need sustenance to get you through this game, this is your last chance to go grab something from the taco truck. They are closing shop up in 1.5 minutes. 15 more minutes for beverages. All right, let's welcome the Santa Cruz Derby Groms to the track. We've got Smash Ketchum, number 01, 05 Frightening Bolt, 0815 Monkey Wrench, 105 Dolly Darko, 1234 Chainsmatic, 131 Idlewild, 1330 F Bomb, 1958 Speed Demon, 20 Wrecking Bell, 350 BB Gun, 42 Misfit, 429 Tiger Lily, bit number 50 Vita Vendetta, number 666 Skull Crusher, 70 Roggy Balboa, 719 Curl Crusher, 781 Awesome Sauce, 85 Saving Grace, 87 Stitches, 963 Willow. Let's hear it for the Groms. And Cherry City's neighbors to the north, we have the Rose City Rollers, Rose Petals in the house, or Rosebuds in the house. Sorry, Rosebuds. My brain is somewhere else at the moment. Let's introduce their skaters. Number 101 TNT, 105 Pancakes, 12 Cherry Bomb, 14 Strawberry Short Fuse, 15 Sophistry, 177 Havoc, 220 Nicotine Kills, 314 Elbow Bell, 321 Spitfire, 327 Scooby Doom, 408 Zodiggity, 46 Donna Dangerous, 503 Scar, 51 Nessie, 52 Madness, 619 Catastrophe, 64 Adra Hell on Wheels, number 7 Vi, 867 Teen Titan. Hey, I'm a Titan. Anyways, 900 Fizzgig. Well, it looks like everybody is in position and almost ready to start this roller derby game. Let's hear it for the Rosebud. All right, we got some Rose City fans in the house. Now, it's been a long day, fans, so the skaters are going to need all of your energy in the house. Let's keep it high energy. These skaters are ready to start. But I think our officials are not quite ready to start. There we go. 5 seconds called. Looks like we have Grom skater number 20 reporting to the penalty box. That's Wrecking Bell. Sue Diggity number 408 is lead jammer for Rose City. A big hit out on the outside line. We've got the Rosebuds jammer stuck in the back of the pack. A really nice work by the Rosebuds defense. They got real stretched out, but held the Groms jammer for quite a while there. Rosebuds jammer calling that jam. We did have a scoreboard issue, so we're going to have an official timeout here for just a moment to sort that out. I believe when the scoreboard gets sorted out, there will be 4 points on the board for the Rosebuds. No points on the board for the Groms. While our officials are getting that scoreboard sorted out for us, I'm going to let you know who we've got on the track officiating for this last game of the night. We've got Breadpool and Jawbreaker jam repping for us. I call Shenanigans, Pearl Jim and Peter all on the outside. And then Millennium Falcon and Lobocop are our inside pack referees. Thank you all, my skating officials, for your time tonight. We appreciate you coming out to the Pedals in the Metal tournament. And for NSOs, I have got Chimmy Chancla. I've got William Skatesbeer and Guacamole over here in the penalty box near me. I've also got Nitro G and Uni and Sputnik over here at the score table. I've got Mother Flippin' Artist, Malicious Compliance, Crying Wolf, and Ghost H also out doing work in the middle of the track. Thank you to all of our non-skating officials here tonight. It takes hours of training to learn how to officiate for any of these roles. We love and appreciate our officials so much. All right, excellent. It looks like our scoreboard is almost back in order, getting the time corrected, the score corrected, and then we'll get back to some roller derby. up for our skaters. I've got Speed Demon out here up against Vi. And it's Demon with lead jammer status. Nice cut to the outside line, slicing through. 4 points on the board for the Groms. Vi is putting in hard work at the back of the pack here, trying to find their way through this Groms wall. A really beautiful job staying in bounds, trying to find that path through. Speed Demon reporting to the penalty box. I see a track cut being signaled. The Rosebuds are losing a blocker to the box, but Vi is in position to score. Trying to take advantage of this power jam situation. Speed Demon is back on the track in scoring position. Vi is still fighting their way through on that first scoring pass. And both, we're going to see this go all the way to 2 minutes. Long jam for these skaters. Really impressive defensive wall by the Groms right there. All right, I see 11 points going to the Groms for that jam and 4 for the Rosebuds. I see Charismatic on the line for the Groms and Donna Dangerous for the Rosebuds. A little recycle at the back by, that looks like, oh, looks like that was an illegal contact penalty. Penalty for hitting when out of play. Going to Rosebud's blocker, so that's number 12, Cherry Bomb. Charismatic just making laps. Slicing through on the inside line. What? 2 scoring passes through now. 8 points on the board and looking for the next round. Really nice bridging by the Groms to run the Rosebuds jammer back. Sophistry is still struggling to find their way through that wall. Looking for offensive help from their blocker friends. Looks like it was a big run back by Awesome Sauce there. But Sophistry finding their way, forcing that call off. 12 points to the Groms. Oh no, 16 points to the Groms. Last scoring pass wasn't on the scoreboard when I looked. That brings us to 31 Groms, 7 Rosebuds, and I see Adria Hell on Wheels up against Tiger Lily. Both teams working hard to contain these jammers. Both jammers got great lateral movement. Adrian Hell on Wheels had a little knock out of bounds and recycle, though, and it's enough to get Tiger Lily out at the front of the pack. One blocker to beat for Tiger Lily out front. Really nice work by Rosebuds blocker number 503. That's Scar. Getting a little bit of a run back, but Tiger Lily was able to slice through those blockers once they got spread out. Adrian Helen Wheels still struggling against this formidable tripod. The Groms are skating in blue and white, and the Rosebuds are skating in white with purple accents out there if you were having trouble recognizing the teams on the track. Oh, nice offensive move. I think that is F-Bomb out there lending some offense to Grom's jammer Tiger Lily. A little star stash action. Got Adrian Helen Wheels out there and helped force a call off. I see 8 points going to the Groms. On the track for the Groms, we've got Wrecking Bell up against Zoe Diggity from Rosebuds. Oh, and with some killer, powerful moves, Zoe Diggity takes lead jammer status. Beautiful slice to the outside, but it's not quite enough. Zoe Diggity getting run back by number 7-0. That is Rocky Balboa. Wrecking Bell living up to their name, pushing through out the front of the pack. They get that out of play call. So Diggity looking for a bump out on the outside for jammer on jammer action, but didn't quite nail Wrecking Bell. It was a nice move though. Well, looks like the Rosebuds want to buy some time. Get their blocker out of the box. They've got 2 blockers chilling in the box at the moment. And Zoe Diggity calls that jam. It looks like we got 4 points on the board for the Rosebuds and 12 points on the board for the Groms. I see Speed Demon out there lined up against Sophistry. Sophistry sneaks out first for lead, and it's a jammer foot race. Look at these blockers out there jockeying for position. But Sophistry calls that one off, says, no thanks, I don't want any part of that mess. Well, looks like we got Vi on the line for the Rosebuds up against Charismatic. Groms are down 1 blocker. Rocky Balboa is finishing up their penalty. A little pile up on the outside here slows Vi down. But the Rosebuds doing a great job slowing down Charismatic out of the front of the pack. player down, but did not stop her from getting lead jammer status. All right, both teams sending blockers to the penalty box. I see a illegal position, so it looks like a pack destruction probably, or failure to reform, and a direction. Oh, but Charismatic is coming to serve a penalty. Looks like they got a back block for that last bit of contact. Rosebuds looking for an option to take advantage of this power jam situation. I see a completed star pass out on the track. So we've got a new jammer of record. That would be Cherry Bomb of the Rosebuds. Charismatic is back on the track, pushing, looking for a way through, and is in scoring position. 4 points on the board for the Groms. Really beautiful moves on the outside line. Cherry Bomb staying inbounds through repeated hits by the Groms. Oh, looks like a forearm coming through, but really, really gorgeous footwork staying inbounds on the outside line. All right, I see Tiger Lily out on the track for the Groms, trying to take advantage of this power jam situation. Cherry Bomb stuck in the box for 30 seconds here. Nice work by the Rosebuds blockers. Reforming in front of Tiger Lily, trying to hold her long enough to get Cherry Bomb out of the box. Really impressive work playing through the offense there. Groms are peeling off to get ready. All right, I'm seeing a blocker cut. Going to Fizzgig of the Rosebuds. And it's Tiger Lily making their way out of the front of the pack with lead jammer status. A really nice turn move, shrugging off a hit from TNT. Tiger Lily's out front with 1 to beat.
Looks like Cherry Bomb is drawn back. Comes again.
Both of these walls are offering a really incredible defense this jam. I love to see the walls get rebuilt so quickly. Blockers switching from offense to defense. Really impressive roller derby happening out here. Oh, nice hit. Is that TNT again out front?
Rose went ahead and did a star pass.
Havoc taking the star for the Rosebuds. All right, 4 points going up. Five total is correct for the Groms. No points on the board for the Rosebuds this jam. Got an official timeout being called while the officials sort something out here. And a time correction for the period clock. right, as this official review wraps up, I'm seeing Donna Dangerous on the line for the Rosebuds and Wrecking Bell lined up for the Groms. Not sure what else that Breadpool is sorting out, but I'm sure he'll get it taken care of real quick here. There we go. That's the end of the official timeout. And the jam is on. Number 1. Wrecking Bell out front fighting against that 3-wall by the Rosebuds. A really solid blocking out front. Oh, wait, no, it's not a 3-wall. That is a 4-wall by the Rosebuds. Donna using a one-hand out rule to stay in position and not get drawn back. And Wrecking Bell fighting their way past that last blocker to snag lead jammer status. I've got my friend CJ here with me, who is something of an expert in junior roller derby. So I was going to say something about how fast these junior jammers make it around the track. I've had a skater have 6 seconds left on the clock, make it all the way around from the engagement zone, all the way back around, and finish a pass. 6 seconds.
Yeah. Juniors play aggressively and very fast comparatively to other derbies.
It's really impressive, the athleticism of these young skaters.
Oh, yeah. They fight all year to get to the point where they're at right now. We're watching Rose fight and get out of that pack right now. Coming around that track, taking a big breath.
Wrecking Bell calling it off for the Groms. That jam went almost the full 2 minutes. 8 points on the board for the Groms. A full 2-minute jam with only 8 points means that defense is on fire out there. Both of these teams putting up incredible defensive walls. And I've heard some of the greats in sports say defense wins championships. We've got Speed Demon with lead jammer status for the Groms. Coming around, a little lateral juke and a hop, and they are through for 4 points. Nice work. Number 5-0. That's Vita Vendetta doing a little drawback on Adria Hell on Wheels. Speed Demon just slicing through for 4 more points.
Pretty little apex jump there from as Buds are fighting to get the jammer out.
This Groms 3-wall, that's Vita Vendetta, Kurt Crusher, and Saving Grace is just incredibly formidable. They keep recycling around. But that little star stash from Adria Hell on Wheels was very effective in splitting their attention. Looks like Speed Demon is headed to the penalty box. I'm seeing a cut call. I was not in position to see that happen. I couldn't tell you exactly when it occurred, but they will sit for 30 seconds. I've also got Vita Vendetta sitting in the penalty box. Let's see if the Rosebuds can take advantage of this power jam situation. Adria Hell on Wheels with 4 points on the board. And that jam ends. 4 points, Rosebuds. 16 points to the Groms. And if you've been around the Madhouse for a while, you've probably seen number 177 Havoc on the track here at Cherry City Roller Derby. Great to see you out here skating for the Rosebuds. Wearing the star.
We have a power jam for the Rosebuds. Here comes the jammer for Groms.
All right, we've got both jammers on the track fighting for position, looking for lead jammer status. We're losing a Rosebuds blocker to the box. That's number 220, Nicotine Kills, for a forearm penalty. And Havoc has been called on a cut penalty. They're going to serve 30 seconds in the box. Oh, wait, no, we've got a jammer, a multiplayer block being awarded. That is a rare penalty indeed. This is probably the jammer reached up for a assist from their teammate, and in grabbing their teammate, impeded a blocker. When both jammers are in the box at the same time, one of the penalties gets shortened, so that way we have a jammer on the track and the game can continue. Get a little jammer swap out there. Both jammers' penalties getting shortened, so both jammers now on the track.
We have another penalty. Okay, what's our cut? Let's see if the Rosebuds can take the opportunity to get their jammer out of the wall.
Looks like Monkey Wrench is out there doing some excellent work, slowing Havoc down, knocking them out of bounds, and running back. Second time there. This Groms wall is really formidable, really challenging. Looks like Havoc is going to play a little bit of defense. Setting their blocker wall up for success, ending that jam. And my friends, that was a 2-minute jam with 0 points on the board for either team. Incredible defense by both teams here. Let's give them all a hand. Nice work. I see an official review being called by the Rosebuds coach. And if you don't recognize him out of stripes, that is Darth Bling. Thank you, Darth Bling, for officiating. All right, the question has been posed, and now our officials are going to take a moment to deliberate. While they do, let's remind everybody the snack table, I believe, is the only refreshments available any longer. We do have the cherry shop still open, I believe. Games resume tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. is the first game. The doors will be open well before that if you wanted to pop in earlier. So come on out to the Madhouse tomorrow. First game is at 8 o'clock. last game tomorrow will be 2 p.m. So come on down. All of these incredible athletes as well. All right. The Rosebuds requested a additional penalty be awarded to the Groms Jammer Speed Demon for an illegal exit from the track. And that was awarded to that skater. So the Rosebuds will retain their official review, and Speed Demon is going to report to the penalty box. To take advantage of this power jam situation, we've got Zoe Diggity on the line for the Rosebuds, and a full contingent of blockers from both teams. Rosebuds looking for space, trying to give their jammer the best opportunity. Oh, and a beautiful strategy. They have trapped a goat in the back, trying to form the pack in the back. Unfortunately, they did knock that skater out of bounds, so then they had to go reform up front. So Diggity still struggling up against this wall. It looks like we've got Vita Vendetta, Kurt Crusher, and F-Bomb building a strong tripod up front. And it's So Diggity outwit for lead jammer. Speed Demon is on the track, fighting for space, looking for a path through that Rosebud's wall. Looks like an illegal contact penalty has been awarded to Speed Demon, trapping them into the penalty box again. So Diggity with a call off there. I see 2 points on the board for the Rosebuds. Next up, we've got Vi going to try and take advantage of this power jam scenario. All floor blockers on the track from both teams. Immediate offense being offered by the Rosebuds. Looking for a goat to trap it back to control the pack. And they get it. We've got an out-of-play call up front. And Vi is your lead jammer. Rosebuds losing a blocker to the box. And Speed Demon is back on the track. Three points going to the Rosebuds. We've got Charismatic for the Groms with lead jammer status. Donna Dangerous out there working hard, looking for a path through that Groms 3-wall. Rosebuds blocker Elbow Bell reporting the penalty box. sorry, that was Fizzgig. Elbow Bell was the previous penalty. Fizzgig showing up for a forearm penalty. Charismatic putting 4 points on the board for the Groms. Donna Dangerous still looking for a path through or some assistance from their offense. Groms decide to call that jam. Official review. Rosebuds coach calling another official review. We'll see what Bling's looking for this time and whether or not he gets to keep his official review. We've got 2.5 minutes left in this period. Incredible work by both teams. I'm still a little bit flabbergasted by that 2-minute jam with a 0-0 score.
They're going so fast. It just shows you that both of these teams are fighters.
All right, it appears that they have finished deliberating. The Rosebuds requested a back block on the Groms jammer, and that penalty is being issued. Groms jammer is reporting to the penalty box. That's Charismatic, number 1234. And since they came to the box in between jams, they'll serve a full 30 seconds before being released. Jam. I see Adria Hell on Wheels lined up and ready to jam for the Rosebuds. And it looks like a pivot line start for the blockers this jam. Big hit out by number 781 of the Groms. Drawing Adria Hell on Wheels back. Some offense being offered by Fizzgig. It's enough to distract those Groms blockers and get Adria Hell out on with lead jammer status. Big hit by number 666. That's Skull Crusher of the Groms. Charismatic is back on the track, fighting at the front of the pack. Adria Hell on Wheels looking for an opening, scoring points as they go. A really formidable wall here. We've got Skull Crusher, we have got Awesome Sauce, and I can't quite see who is up in front bracing that wall. I think it is Rocky Balboa, but strong 3-wall at the back here. And that's Monkey Wrench headed to the box for a illegal position penalty. I think it was a destruction. The Rosebuds wall up front, or well, they were up front. Now they're in back, holding Charismatic really effectively. That looks like Sophistee, Cherry Bomb. And is that Elbow Bell? No, that's Fizzgig up the front bracing. Elbow Bell's looking to play some offense here. Really great work by both teams. 4 points on the board for the Rosebuds. We've only got a few seconds left on the period clock. And it looks like neither team wants to call a timeout for an extra jam this half. So we're going to take an intermission here. Please remember we have limited bathroom facilities and offer skaters and officials a first opportunity to use the bathroom. We appreciate your help with this, making sure everybody is on time to get back on the track. All right, we've got less than 1 minute until roller derby resumes in the Madhouse. Please make your way to your seats. The teams are getting in position. Ready? Doing a last minute gear check here. Make sure nobody has lost any safety gear during the intermission. All right, one quick sponsor announcement while everyone's getting into position. Looking to buy or sell real estate in the near future? Skate into your new home with our very own Bubbles, aka Jennifer LaBeouf with Mark Atkinson Real Estate Incorporated. And the jammers are off here. We've got Vi lined up against Wrecking Bell. A little hip pop by number 781, knocking Vi out of bounds for a little recycle. Wrecking Bell out front looking for space on the inside line. Finds it, lead jammer for the Groms. We've got Skull Crusher reporting to the penalty box for a direction penalty. And looks like a star pass to Havoc. Forces the call off there. 3 points, Groms. Alrighty, I see Zoe Diggity lined up for the Rosebuds. Lined up against Smash Ketchum. Love the Pokemon reference there. Smash for the Groms, looking for a way through, but it's Zoe Diggity with lead jammer with a quick little juke and cut to the inside. Rosebuds losing their pivot to the penalty box. Both jammers stuck behind these three walls. A little stalemate over in turn 2. Smash finds a way around that wall. Shrugs off some contact at the front of the pack. Zoe Diggity slides out front, calls off the jam. Looks like we have 4 points going to the Rosebuds and 6 points to the Groms. 2 points on that last scoring pass. Charismatic is lined up against, is that Donna Dangerous? It sure is for the Rosebuds. A little recycle by Dolly Darko puts Donna Dangerous at the back of the pack. A little pile up there. Charismatic snagging lead jammer status for the Groms. Another run back, this one by Awesome Sauce of the Groms. Groms through all working hard to knock Donna out of bounds and recycle. If you notice, they are actually doing that pretty strategically. When the Rosebuds walls come back for offense is when they're trying to hit Donna out of bounds and do a run back, trying to prevent offense from being effective. Really impressive strategy out there, if it's strategy. Otherwise, it's just really great timing. Charismatic reporting to the penalty box for a back block. That means this is going to be a 2-minute jam. Donna completed a star pass to Havoc. So we've got Havoc as the jammer record for the Rosebuds. Havoc's looking for some offensive assistance. In scoring position for the Rosebuds, we've got Rosebuds looking to offer some offense, but it was not quite enough to get Havoc out on that scoring pass. A 180 apex jump by Charismatic, putting 4 points on the board. Oh, big pile up there. Is everybody all right? Yep, looks like all the skaters are back on their feet. And that jam ends. I see another 3 points being awarded to the Groms and 4 points going to the Rosebuds. Nice work by Havoc, pivot turn jammer, to snag those 4 points. All right, well, who do I see here? We got Tiger Lily on the line for the Groms, up against Adriel on Wheels for the Rosebuds. Adriel on Wheels finding a clear outside lane and taking it. Lead jammer for the Rosebuds. But it's not going to work a second time. That door was shut by Kurt Crusher. Looking for space back here. Adriel on Wheels is now caught on that Grom's tripod. We've got impressive defense holding back Tiger Lily at the front of the pack. 4 Rosebud blockers are up there. And it looks like we've got offense being offered by Grom's F-bomb. Trying to get Tiger Lily out. Adriel on Wheels still struggling at the back of the pack against the Grom's tripod. That jam is called. I see 3 points going up for the Rosebuds and no initial pass for the Grom's Tiger Lily. All right, we've got Wrecking Bell lined up against Havoc. A really strong recycling wall by both teams, but Wrecking Bell finds their way through. Looks like Scooby Doom is going to come serve a penalty for illegal contact. That would be hitting during a no pack or when out of play. Wrecking Bell putting 4 points up on the board. If you've lost track of the Rosebuds jammer, Havoc has taken the star off of their head, but that does not confuse the Grom's tripod. They are still blocking Havoc really effectively. We've got a run back by number 781, Awesome Sauce. Bridged out by the rest of that tripod, 015 Monkey Wrench, and I believe that's either Skull Crusher or Roggy Balboa. Roggy Balboa. Skull Crusher's up there trying to offer offense for Wrecking Bell, helping them get through to score some points. Havoc getting a little bit of space for a to get some momentum. Almost makes it through on the outside line. That's a hard fought 4 points going up for Wrecking Bell. Rosebud's wall was really effective at hanging on to them, slowing them down. And that gem wraps with 12 points going up for the Groms. No initial pass for the Rosebuds on that one. That's a rough jam. We've got Smash Ketchum lined up against Vi. Smash up front. Oh, a really impressive balance on one toe stop to stay in bounds. Vi's back here trying to find their way through. Really great rotation and reforming by this Grom's tripod. Oh, looks like we have a cut drawn by the Rosebuds pivot number 1-5. That's Sophistry sending Smash Ketchum to the penalty box for a cut. Cherry Bomb also reporting into the penalty box for the Rosebuds. Direction is the penalty. Oh, but the Groms managed to get a big run back on Vi. Rosebuds looking to take that opportunity to play some offense and get Vi out, but instead knocked to the outside, a big run back. Well, looks like our penalty box is clear, so Rosebuds were looking to offer a little bit of offense to Vi. Wasn't quite enough to get them through. Smash Ketchum working out at the front of the pack, trying to get around that really strong 3-wall by, no, that's a 4-wall being offered by the Rosebuds. F-bomb making some major offensive moves, trying to get Smash free. And that's the jam. Oh, looks like neither jammer was able to make an initial pass that jam. 0-0 2-minute jam. The second one of this game. That's a testament to the incredible defense by both of these teams. So diggity for the Rosebuds. Out real quick. A little juke and a lateral cut. Oh, but that second juke and lateral cut on the scoring pass was not enough. Stepped out of bounds on that and got a cut penalty. So no lead jammer. This is going to be another 2-minute jam. Charismatic is looking for their way through the pack here. Rosebuds are putting up a formidable defense despite offense coming from absolutely every direction by the Groms. Really nice bump out by Havoc at the very front of the pack. Just enough to draw Charismatic back. Now remember, Zoe Diggity had made it out on their initial pass and was in position to score. Oh, but they got another penalty. Cut, send them to the box. So Charismatic is going to serve a 30-second penalty for a cut. And Charismatic is still working on their initial pass. Really impressive work by the Rosebuds wall, holding Charismatic. But Charismatic is through with 4 points on the board. So Diggity is back on the track, looking for points. Charismatic slid through one more time, so 8 points, Grom, to Zodiggity. And it looks like we have a TNT serving a multiplayer block penalty in the penalty box. So Rosebuds are going to start one blocker down this jam. We've got Tiger Lily out on the line up against Donna Dangerous. Tiger Lily doing their best to split that wall up with some lateral movements. Donna's driving up the middle. F-bomb trying to offer some offense to get Tiger Lily through. A nice distraction, splits that Rosebuds wall up, and Tiger Lily is your lead jammer. This pack is moving quick as those blockers jockey for position. Tiger Lily's looking for points. Grabs some and calls it off. 3 points, Groms. And they did call it off just in time because Donna Dangerous was right on Tiger Lily's heels. No points for the Rosebuds on that one, but it was a close thing. All right, what do we got here? Wrecking Bell is on the line, and Adriel on wheels. Both jammers looking for space, but Adriel on wheels getting bumped out on the outside with a long run back by Awesome Sauce. This pack got drawn out all the way around the curve. Wrecking Bell is your lead jammer. Oh, sliding around on the outside. Wrecking Bell almost made it out. Looks like Havoc said no, though, and managed to snag a bump out on the inside. Trapping Wrecking Bell back behind that Rosebuds tripod. Adriel on wheels is still working at the back of the pack, trying to find their way through on initial. One to beat, Havoc out front. Wrecking Bell pushes Havoc out of play and gets released for 4 points. Really slick moves by Wrecking Bell, cutting laterally and driving forward to separate out that Rosebuds wall. They do not want to get stuck behind more than one of those Rosebuds blockers, and they're successfully keeping them apart. Nice work. Adriel on wheels is still struggling at the back of the pack. Getting a long run back right here by Awesome Sauce. Oh no, yeah, Awesome Sauce and Rocky Balboa. For the right numbers here. Wrecking Bell with another 4 points on the board. We've got 16 points so far for the Groms. A little star stash action. Very effective for Adriel on wheels. They get out and force a call off here. I think it's a 19-point jam. Really nice work by Wrecking Bell of the Groms. And that blocking wall that held Adriel on wheels for almost the entire jam. Smash Ketchum is lined up against Sophistry. And those blockers jockeying for position last moment. That's Vita Vendetta with a big hit out and run back on the outside line, keeping Sophistry contained behind the wall. Both jammers struggling to get through these walls. I'm seeing a little bit of a reset by the Groms to the front to stay in front of Sophistee. I think I've been pronouncing this name wrong. It's so feisty, I think. Apologies, so feisty. I totally get your name now. All right, both Smash and So Feisty are stuck behind these walls. We've got 4-wall in front of Rosebuds trying to keep Smash contained. But Curl Crusher says, no, I am going to offer some offense here, try to get Smash out. Groms have had a 3-wall on the back. Now it's a 2-wall. Trying to contain So Feisty. Really great work by Grom Skater there to keep the pack and keep their skaters in play. And that gem ends. 2 minutes, 0-0 score. No initial passes for either of those jammers. Incredible defense tonight. Got a very short official timeout here. Skaters jockeying for position here off the line, and Charismatic manages to slice through the chaos and come up with lead jammer. Zo Diggity out there for the Rosebuds. Putting in some really effective work there to get through and force a call off. 2 points to the Groms this jam. No points for Zo Diggity, but definitely really solid work there. All right, I see Tiger Lily on the line for the Groms up against Donna Dangerous. Striking off a big hit on the inside. Nice work by Donna Dangerous. A little jammer on jammer action. And then Donna is through for lead jammer status. Donna coming in with 3 points. Tiger Lily snagged 4. Nice work by both jammers there, getting out quick and looking for points. I see Wrecking Bell lined up against Adriel on Wheels. A really dynamic movement from Wrecking Bell. Pushes the Rosebuds wall up front. But Rosebuds are doing a great job of keeping their wall together and resetting in front. Until they get pushed too far out front, and Wrecking Bell is your lead jammer. Adriel on Wheels is stuck in the back on this Grom tripod. Looking for an opening, looking for some help. Both jammers now contained behind walls. Can't see everything that's happening through the walls here, but looks like a multiplayer being assessed to Dolly Darko. And both jammers still looking for their path through. Wrecking Bell on their first scoring pass. Adria Hell on Wheels still working on that initial pass. Monkey Wrench knocking Adria Hell or knocking Scooby Doom out to the outside. Because yes, there was a star pass to Scooby Doom. Wrecking Bell finishing up that pass and putting 4 points on the board. Wrecking Bell snagging 4 points, sees Scooby Doom getting out of the engagement zone, decides to call that one off. 166 Groms, 42 Rosebuds. Timeout being called by the Rosebuds. We've got just under 5 minutes left in this game. Team timeout being called by the Rosebuds. All right, that team timeout is wrapping up. So TNT take the line for the Rosebuds up against Smash Ketchum. I see a penalty being assessed. Smash Ketchum reporting to the penalty box for a cut. TNT looking for a way through, but getting knocked down and out on the outside line here. One hand down, you are not actually out of bounds in roller derby. Fun fact. TNT sneaking around on the inside line. Snags lead jammer for the Rosebuds. So close. TNT, really good track awareness. Looks like the initiator went down or out of bounds with them and was no longer able to draw a cut. So they jumped in right in front of them and did not get a cut. Instead, a no pass, no penalty was awarded. Smash Ketchum working hard at the back of the pack against this free wall by the Rosebuds. Let's see. I see a back block going to Vita Vendetta. Gonna sit in the penalty box here. All right. Looks like TNT's fighting on the outside line. Star pass. Star pass to Curl Crusher by the Groms. Wraps up that jam. 4 points going to the Rosebuds. And I am seeing an official review being called by the Groms. I suspect the Groms are looking for a cut call on the Rosebuds jammer in that last jam, in that action where the jammer fell to the outside. From here, I couldn't see whether their body was on the ground or not. They may have only had one hand down. They may have been all the way down. I was directly behind them, not in position to see. So we'll see what the officials saw. All right. The official review is not going to be retained by the Groms. The report out from the officials was that they did not have enough information to issue a cut call, so the no call will stand. Vi is on the line up against Charismatic. Charismatic doing a little bit of jammer on jammer work, and they're effective in running Vi back, slowing them down. I see Vita Vendetta going to the box for... No, that's Ida Wild going to the box for a... Direction? 3 Groms blockers in the penalty box. How about that? We've got Vi with lead jammer status. Charismatic playing jammer on jammer defense there. Shutting Vi down, helping force a call off. I see 4 points on the board for the Rosebuds. We've got Zoe Diggity on the line up against Tiger Lily. Groms have only got 2 blockers on the track at the moment to the Rosebuds' full 4. Zoe Diggity with a cut to the out, a cut to the in, a little bit of offense and lead jammer status. Tiger Lily working hard, trying to find their way through. They're also keeping a weather eye out for the opposing jammer. Tiger Lily looking for space at the back, but getting tangled up with those Rosebud blockers. Zoe Diggity is in position to score, but run back by the Groms wall. All right, I see there's been a star pass completed. That's number 781, Awesome Sauce, grabbing the star for the Groms. We've got Donna Dangerous lined up for the Rosebuds, up against Wrecking Bell for the Groms. I see some really excited fans in the house cheering for Donna Dangerous. And that energy must be contagious because Donna channels it into a hop along the outside line for lead jammer status. Wrecking Bell's pushing against that Rosebud wall up front. And the Rosebuds are going to lose a blocker to the penalty box. Donna calls that jam. 2 points going to the Rosebuds. No points to the Groms for that last jam. But it's Groms coming up with the win. 166 Groms, 56 Rosebuds. Really incredible work by both teams all game long. I counted at least 3 0-0 2-minute jams, which looked excruciating. I don't envy those jammers working hard against these incredible defensive walls. Let's hear it for both of these teams. All right, let's hear it for the Gromshells. And let's hear it for the Rosebuds. All right, everybody. It is the end of the roller derby games for today. Thank you for coming out to the Madhouse. We really appreciate your support for the Pedal to the Metal tournament and our very own Cherry City Roller Derby, Cherry Blossoms Junior Roller Derby. We'll see you all again bright and early. 8 a.m. is the first game tomorrow. You don't want to miss any of the action, so be here to check it out. And y'all, it's been a long day for our volunteers, so please pack up your stuff relatively quickly once you've wrapped up things, and let's get everyone home to rest because it's only 10 and a half very quick hours until roller derby resumes here at the Madhouse.